We are very excited to see that after 2 years of no dancing, we have many new dancers that join us. In fact, I think we've been monitoring the growth of the scenes. We are seeing close to 70% of new dancers in our regular social and about 30% of old dancers. So why I highlighted this is because we want to as we are growing the scenes, we want to make sure that the dancers know more than triple steps, swing outs, or etiquette on the dance floor. We also want to educate you guys about things beyond that, etiquette, culture, history, and today we have chosen to talk about consent and also safe space. Okay. So our speaker today is patient Chen over there. I'm just going to do a quick introduction. Patience is a registered and licensed counselor. She also has a master degree. She's going to tell you guys more later about her background. She's also our dancers and also my personal friends. Personal best friends, sorry. We have a very committed relationship, okay? So as she was preparing this topic, she is feeling like questioning who am I, to deliver a topic like this. Okay, this is not an easy topic to deliver. Okay, it's very delicate. It has to be handled very carefully. The words that we are using, it has to be very clear, progressive enough, inclusive. So it is not easy to prepare. So everybody, please give Patience a big thank you. Tell her that when you're asked to dance, tell her that you are more than qualified to deliver this topic. Okay? Okay. And this is not the first time she actually shared with us about this topic. This is the second time. Okay? So as the organizer, I want to say that it is our responsibility to educate the dancers. Okay? But it is the responsibility of all of you to keep the community safe, okay? So it is not just us, it is in each and every one of you, okay? It's a very community-driven activity, okay? So I also want to emphasize that we do not tolerate any form of harassment, bullying, and discrimination. So we take this very seriously so that you can have fun safely. So with this, let's welcome Patient.
Thank you, Bestie. All right, thank you so much for coming, okay, on a long weekend. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's true, I was quite nervous, I think, in preparing this content because I don't really see myself as an expert in this particular field, this area, and also because there's a lot of responsibility, I think, that comes with it. And for those, can I say how many of you came for 1.0? You came for the safe spaces when we did it in 2022. Okay, not that many, yeah? But I do believe that I made some mistakes in the way that the message came across, so I hope to correct some of those mistakes today in this talk. So why are we even bothering to do this, okay? Firstly, disclaimer, my aim is to try to do this as tactfully as possible, okay? But I ask for your forgiveness first, okay? If I do it imperfectly, which I will, okay? All right? And there are many types of harassment, okay? We don't have time to go through all. I'm definitely not an expert on all of them. But today, specifically, we will be focusing on sexual harassment, and that is due to some history, okay, on our scene and locally and also internationally, all right? I understand this may be a difficult topic for some of you. Some of you may have personal experience, okay? You yourself been a victim, all right? Or you know somebody, all right, who has been a victim of harassment, sexual assault, and so on, okay? So if you have, I apologize first. If you feel triggered, you feel you are uncomfortable, please feel free, to go outside, go downstairs. If you need a friend to accompany you, please, get someone's attention, okay, to accompany you for that. I am a licensed and registered counselor. If you feel you need counseling after that, please come and see me, all right, or I can refer you to somebody else as well, okay? So Unfortunately, okay, how many of you feel happy when you do Lindy Hop? You believe this is a happy dance, right? It's amazing, right? But even in this happy dance, some unhappy things, okay, can still happen. And those of you who've been on the dance scene long enough, you may have heard, things on the international scene. Even celebrity instructors, okay, they also are victims of sexual assault and grooming as well. From young, they dance as teenagers, and some those in power abuse their position, and take advantage of that. So we want to try the best that we can to avoid that situation from happening. Okay, so some objectives. Number one is we want to create awareness. Okay, what are boundaries? What does consent look like? All right, what does it look like for you? All right, and we want to make sure that everybody has the right to have a safe space to dance. Okay, and to be. We want to empower you. Okay, it's like Rachel said, it's not just the organizer's job, only our duty to make sure you all are safe. No, we have to watch out for one another. Okay, and it is your duty and your responsibility to kind of, hey, am I, looking out am I mindful of my own behavior? Okay, am I doing something that may be uncomfortable for others, all right? Okay, and if failing all this, okay, if you feel alone, please, at least intellectually, I hope you know you're not alone. Okay, we are here to support you. All right, so we want to provide that support to you guys. Okay, please take out your handphone. All right, this talk very interesting. Can have handphone one. All right, and please join us on Slido. Okay, thank you so much to Iylia and to Rachel who have been supporting me. Thank you for the beautiful slides. If you like the slides, please pay Iylia a compliment. Okay. All right, so please join us on Slido. We will use it for two purposes. One is to ask some questions. Okay, we hope to get some of your feedback. And the other is so that you can ask questions. Okay, if you don't feel safe to ask it out loud, that's fine. There's the option for you to ask questions anonymously. Okay, so actually, yes, let's use the Slido now. Okay, we're going to activate the poll. We just have a couple of questions. We just want to see what is happening on the scene, whether you guys are okay, what's your experience been like. Okay, so please answer the question. Somebody at dance has made me feel uncomfortable before, yes or no? Okay, yes, okay. Initially I was like, okay, no. The majority was no, but now I can see, okay, all right. More than half of you have answered yes. Somebody at dance has made you feel uncomfortable. This is good data for us to know. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay. Next, I have avoided socials or events to avoid certain people who have made me uncomfortable before. Not only has somebody made me uncomfortable, but the result of that is I don't want to come. I don't feel safe enough to be here. So for the majority, the answer is no, okay, but still there are some who say yes. All right, thank you for sharing honestly. Please share with us, what are you hesitant, okay, to mention that makes you uncomfortable? So for example, somebody makes me feel uncomfortable in some way, but I don't tell them. I don't tell them what I'm uncomfortable about. So it could be the way they dance, it could be the way they talk, it could be the way that they treat you, the way they touch you. All right? Is there something that someone has done, okay, or mentioned that makes you uncomfortable? Something that's going on in the scene that makes you uncomfortable, but you haven't talked about it. You haven't approached anybody to talk about it before. Are we talking politics on the scene? Are we talking politics like Malaysia politics? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, personal space. You feel shy. Okay. People are drinking too much. Racist comments. Okay. Okay, people's dance style. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Okay, we have 2 more participants typing. Thank you. Okay, we'll wait a little bit for some of the responses to come in. I'm not sure if it's rude to tell them that I'm uncomfortable. Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing that with us. We'll talk about that. Teaching on the floor. Okay, alright. So that means you see some little teaching going on during the social. Okay, at least that's what I'm assuming, okay? If I'm wrong, please, at some point, please tell me I'm wrong. Okay? Unwanted touching. Alright, great. Thank you guys for sharing. I think we can move on. Alright, let me see. Did I print? Okay. What have you tried in the past to confront behavior that offended you or made you uncomfortable? So the first question, of course, is did you approach them? Did you talk about it? Alright, and if you did, what did you try before? If you didn't, then nothing to say here lah. Okay, but assuming that you did, what was it? I walked away, I pushed them away, I told them off, I wrote them a text, okay, declined to dance with that person. Okay, no, I'm not sure how to. Okay, I avoid the person. So far, the responses have been, I avoid them, I don't interact with them, I don't dance with them, I lie, I say I'm tired, alright? Okay, alright, tell them I'm not okay. Alright, so tell them I'm not okay with this behavior, okay? So that one is confrontational, good. Alright, thank you so much for your responses. It does look like at least I would say 50%, okay, of the responses so far seems to be, I just keep my distance from this person. Right? I avoid talking to them, I avoid dancing with them. Alright? So if you stay on the Slido, and now we've stopped the poll, you should be able to see there's a, right? There's a way to submit your questions for Q&A. Yeah? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, alright. So what does consent look like? Consent is not just the absence of a no, it is the presence of an enthusiastic yes. It's not just no, it is yes. Alright, a lot of us we stop at they didn't say no what. So it's okay. But no, we want to hear yes. Would you like to dance? Yes, I'd love to dance. Enthusiastic. Alright? That's the goal. Alright? It should be freely given, it's not threatened, it's not coerced. If you don't dance with me, okay, nothing like that, alright? It's reversible, you can change your mind at any time. Yes, we can dance for now, 1 minute later, I'm dizzy, I'm so sorry, I need to sit down. It's reversible. It is informed, you know what you are saying yes to. Alright, there are no hidden clauses, terms and conditions apply, okay? It is enthusiastic, as I said, okay, you must want it, alright? And it is specific, okay? Alright, so who can give consent? Alright, when it comes to specifically sexual behavior, the age of consent in Malaysia is 16 years old and above, so for you guys it would apply. I believe, I don't think there's anybody here below 16 years old, okay? A person who is drunk, intoxicated, unconscious, they are incapable of giving consent. If they are drunk, they are passed out, right? So don't do anything to them, leave them alone. If you are in a position of authority, alright, so in our use case, in our context, that would be teachers and organizers, generally speaking. There is what we know as a power distance. So there's an imbalance of power. Generally, especially in Asian community, we seek the approval of our elders. We seek the approval of those in positions of authority. So it is completely understandable that you want to do what they say, even if it makes you uncomfortable. So I just want to extend that understanding. If you do, please don't guilt yourself and feel awful that I should have known better. It's okay, but at least you have that awareness now. Okay, a person with a mental disability, okay, or is incapacitated in some way, alright, so somebody who's 28 but has the mental age of 8, okay, will not be able to give consent fully, right? Okay, any questions so far? No? Very serious, this topic? Okay, I apologize first, okay? Okay, what is harassment? Harassment is any. Everybody say any. Any unwelcome conduct, okay, that is based on race, color, sex, religion, age, national origin, or disability, or sexual orientation, okay, any. But again, like I said, for the purpose of today's discussion, okay, we focus on sexual harassment, okay. So how can we identify the things that we normally see or the things that we normally hear about are the ones in our public consciousness, okay? That means we are aware because we can see the behavior. Rape, sexual assault. Sexual assault is if somebody touches you, there's physical contact, right? So that goes into assault. Unwanted groping or stroking. What goes on below? So again, for our use case, okay, in our context, it will be, for example, harassment on the dance floor is not asking the person for a dance, you just pull them without words, for example. Okay? Not taking no for an answer. Doesn't mean why you like that? You so lancy. You know what lancy means? Lancy means is you are too proud to dance with me. Too arrogant. I'm not good enough for you, is it? That kind of attitude. Alright? Disregard for physical safety. So they don't listen to your feedback. They spin you too many times, too fast. Okay? That is disregard for physical safety. Okay? Maybe they hold too close for too long. Alright? Unwanted touch, whether it's sexual or non-sexual. Okay? Alright? It could be either. Just because they mean it in a friendly way doesn't mean that you have to be comfortable with it. If you're uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable. Yeah? You have the right to feel that. Other normalization that we do in class, for example, so for those who are new to the scene, you will see many of, often in our classes we do both. Everybody leads, everybody follows. But previously we were not really like that. It was still predominantly males would lead and females would follow, right? But we're trying to change that slowly over time, yeah? So previously it used to be the case that the lead teacher who is male would often be the one to lead the class as well, alright? So unequal or unequal opportunity to speak, and sometimes, I don't know if this is relevant for our scene, probably not so relevant, okay? But I think in the international scene, it's possible, that there is unequal pay depending on whether you are male or female, whether you lead or follow, right? Okay? So these are some of the things that can contribute to those things that happen above our conscious, alright? Okay. Some other examples, okay, of what sexual harassment is, in case you still need, okay, some other contoh, offensive sexual remarks or jokes, and when you tell the person, please don't make jokes like this, you're like, you're too uptight, alright? Implied or actual threats of being overlooked for teaching, okay, if you don't do this for me, I won't let you teach, or you can't join my performance troupe if you don't let me do this with you or to you, okay? Or if you say no to an organizer for a date, for example, alright? Any unwelcome touching, petting, pinching, okay, by any teacher, any organizer, any dancer, any, alright? Regular hassling, alright? Maybe they don't do it here. Maybe they get your phone number or they find you on Instagram and they keep sending you messages, okay? And keep asking you to give them a chance. Why don't say this to me? It's okay lah, just go for one date. Alright? Or you find yourself being followed home. Or this person keeps sending gifts to your house even after you tell them, please stop doing that. Right? Don't disturb me, don't disturb my family. Alright? Sexually offensive images. Maybe they send you pictures or they send you suggestive texts, okay, and it is not welcome and unsolicited. Unsolicited means you didn't ask for it. They just think you might like it, so they send to you. Alright? Intrusive questions about your sex life. Your sex life is your private life, okay? You don't have to share any details with anybody that you're not comfortable with. You are not obliged to do so. Okay, so if people are asking you stuff like that, hey, what position you like, how many partners, you don't need to answer any of that. Okay? Right? Okay, and normally there are 3 parties. How are we doing, by the way? Can I just, okay? Can, okay, alright. Just do a pulse check first. Okay, so there are 3 parties to an incident, generally speaking. One is the victim, the person who is being harassed, who's being disturbed, who's, being made to feel uncomfortable. And then there's a witness, somebody who sees it happening. Okay, so usually this will be on the dance floor, or maybe you know because your friend tells you about the text that they are receiving, for example. Yeah. Okay, and then there's the accused party, all right, or the perpetrator. We don't know whether it's their perpetrator or whether they are just being accused, all right, of being a harasser. Okay, so there are these three parties, all right. So what can you do if you are any one of the three? Okay, so the first one, if you are a victim, please speak up and say no. Okay, voice out that this thing makes you uncomfortable. All right, so how can you do that, and why should you do that? Okay, because I think this is very common in our culture. I don't want to make a scene. I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable, right? There was somebody in the post said, I don't know how to say no without offending the other person, right? So it's common for us that we feel this way. Okay, I want to say that I empathize with that. Okay, I understand that most of us, we don't like it, but can I challenge you? Okay, can I make a case for you speaking up for yourself? Because somebody has made you feel uncomfortable, but you are thinking, I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. But who is left feeling uncomfortable? Yeah, you have to tolerate that. And why should you have to tolerate that? You did no wrong. Yeah, and you are deserving of having somebody to speak up for you, even if that's yourself, especially yourself. All right, so I hope you will make an effort. You are deserving of that. Okay, but if for whatever reason you feel I can't do that, this person terrifies me and I just can't. Okay, it's okay. All right, we teach you some techniques how you can say no. All right, so the first is to use strong body language. If you use this kind of body language, you're sending a certain message, right, to the other person that they are powerful and you are not. Right? So stand tall, use strong body language. Yeah, you can do lots of research, okay, power posing and so on. Alright? Project confidence and calm. You might feel panicky on the inside. Right? Your heartbeat is racing. But you can still slow down your speech, lower your tone, relax, breathe in, breathe out. Okay? You can still project confidence and calm. And just because I tell somebody no doesn't mean I have to shout at them. I say, please stop doing that. Right? Confidence and calm. Don't apologize. Don't apologize for anything that you do not need to apologize for. Hey, sorry, I'm this kind of person. No, don't need to apologize for that. It's your privacy. Okay, people should respect your space and your boundary. It's okay, right? Don't apologize because you did no wrong. If you did something wrong and you have guilt, then apologize. Yes, say you're sorry. But if you have nothing to apologize for, don't, because then you admit that you are making a mistake which you did not do. Alright? Okay. And stay on your own agenda. People who like to disturb, alright, they will take you on another rabbit trail. Yeah, I only meant it as a joke lah, you are the one always overthink. No. Stay on your agenda, okay? You bring the topic back to this incident. We're not talking about things that happened last week, last year. We're talking about now. This incident. I'm uncomfortable now. Please stop. Right? Okay? And then decide when you're done. If it's enough, don't need to keep the conversation dragging on. Just leave. I've already said what I needed to say, and then you walk away. Alright? Ken, are we clear? Alright, great. Okay, now maybe it will come to a situation of I feel it's not enough for me to either to confront this person because they are not listening, or I don't feel that I'm ready to talk to them myself, and that's okay. Alright, you're well within your rights. So we have created some platform, okay, for you to be able to make a disclosure or a report. What is a disclosure? A disclosure means I just want to let you know that this is happening. I don't want to make like a formal report. I don't necessarily want any very severe action to be taken against this person. All right. A report is, okay, I file a written report. I want to name and shame this person in a way. Okay, I want the organizers to take some action against this person. Okay, so that's how we identify the difference between disclosure and report. Okay, clear? Can I? Alright, great. So, if you would like to make a report, please give us these details. Number one, how did this action make you feel? Alright. And then number two, tell us where and when and what is the date that this thing occurred. Alright. And if possible, try to tell us as many details about the event. Who was there? Were you alone? Was it just the two of you? Were you in your car? You in a cafe? Was it at a dance event? Alright. Tell us the specifics. Okay. And who said what to whom. Alright. Okay. And let us know, was there any witness with you? Okay, who can verify what you said or what the other person did? Okay? Alright, so if you are a witness or a bystander, you see this happening, you see somebody trying some dangerous dance moves, what can you do? Alright? So there are three ways you can go about it. Number one is to go to the victim, okay, and ask them, how are they? How are you feeling? What do you need? How can I support you right now? Do you need me to go and scold this person? Do you need me to talk to the organizer? Do you need me to just sit here and be with you? Do you need a glass of water? Okay, what is it? Alright, ask them. Okay? And then maybe you want to intervene. Okay? You see somebody harassing somebody for a date. Hey, stop that lah. She's not interested. Leave them alone. Okay? So that could be one way. There's lots of research also to say that just having somebody to intervene, right, has made people turn away. Yeah, as in the harasser, they move off. Okay. All right, and then the third is you can submit a report. Okay, disclose to us. All right, it can be with the authorities, as in the police. All right, or it can be one of us here on the Safe Spaces committee. So later we will introduce who they are. Alright. And so what if you are accused? Alright, somebody is saying that you are harassing them because maybe you recognize, okay, there was this event that happened, but I didn't mean it that way. Okay, yeah, maybe you didn't mean it that way, but this is how the person took it and this is how they felt. Right? So listen first. And then and most likely, if this person has made a report or a disclosure, they are uncomfortable. Alright, you have hurt or offended them in some way or made them feel, distressed. So please apologize. Alright, it would be nice if you do. You don't have to, but it would be nice if you do. But most importantly, please stop doing whatever they told you to stop doing. If they ask you to stop texting them, please stop texting them. If they ask you to stop asking for a dance, please stop asking for a dance. Most people, I believe, when they are being harassed or disturbed, they just want you to stop. They don't care. They don't want to get you in trouble with the police, put it on a criminal record. Very few people, I think, really have interest to do that. They know how to get you. They just want you to stop whatever the behavior is that is making them uncomfortable. Okay? We doing okay so far? Okay, alright. Alright, so what are your other options, okay, if that fails? But first, we do very briefly what have we at Swing Dance Malaysia been doing or we have done already. Okay, so the first one is our code of conduct. So if you attend any of our events, we expect that you agree with this code of conduct. We have a poster outside. This is also on our website. Alright, so please go and read it. You can get the code of conduct in PDF. You can also take a picture here, okay, save it somewhere and go and study it further. Okay, this is generally how we expect our community, our dancers to behave when they are here. Alright, be polite, ask, okay, be your best self, take care of yourself and of other people, alright, and so on. Okay, so lots of things. Alright, no harassment. We mean it, Okay, we do. So because of some incidents that had happened, okay, in a local dance scene before, safe spaces was kind of created out of that. Okay, it's our own way of looking out for our community. All right, to ensure that there are point people. So maybe you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to. Because maybe there's somebody, a person of authority in the organizing committee that makes you uncomfortable and you don't know who you can talk to and you don't want to go to the police. So who can you approach? Okay, so we kind of set up this community. All right. So we developed a code of conduct. Okay, there are certain people that you can contact if you want to make a report or you want someone to talk to. All right. So we have the call response team, and we will communicate, okay, with the community on any safety matters. All right. So who are the subcommittees? So right now we have Lindy KL and KL Swing. So I know it's a bit confusing for some of you who are new to the scene because you see us all together at the same time. But last time we used to be divided. Now we are united. All right. Yeah. Okay, they have decided to get engaged on the way to getting married, I think. All right, so in terms of the organization of how our events work, at the moment it has been that Lindy KL is organizing the social, and KL Swing is organizing the classes. All right, so we work hand in hand together. All right, and if you've been around long enough, all right, pre-pandemic. We also have two other communities, Blues and Balboa. All right, but those two scenes are kind of dormant at the moment, but maybe we hope will be revived again soon. All right, so if they are, they also would fit into this community. Okay, the big umbrella. And then we don't know in the future. Maybe there will be others. Okay, all right. So we don't know yet. Maybe Shaq. I don't know. Okay. Maybe I don't know, okay? Alright, so who are our representatives for safe spaces at the moment? Okay, is actually these two lovely people. Alright? Raymond and Abby. Alright? And we were very mindful about who can be on this committee, so to speak. Who are the representatives? Because it cannot just be anybody. It's not a popularity vote, okay? But it's somebody that we trust in the community and a familiar face for you without being in a position of, authority that, would have created a very big power distance. And we wanted to make sure that they are both male and female represented. Okay, so you can go to whoever you feel more comfortable with. Okay? Alright? So, yes. So thank you so much for your service, okay, Abby and Raymond. We appreciate it so much, okay? You guys are so key to helping us have a safe place to dance. Alright? So, please take a picture of this QR code. Okay. So, if you would like to make a report, Iylia has, very graciously, kindly taken the initiative to create an incident form. Alright, so you just fill in the details there. Okay? Alright, and you can report anonymously as well. Yeah? Okay? Alright. So these are our safe space representatives, okay, and for others, okay, please, you can approach WAO, Women's Action Organization, all right, or call the police or the ambulance, okay, if necessary. Okay, so generally what is the flow, okay, the process of what will happen if you make an incident report, okay? So we aim to provide the safety and privacy. If you want to be anonymous, you can, all right, not an issue. If you need support, our safe space reps are there to support you emotionally. If they feel, unequipped to do so, they will reach out with your consent, okay, with your permission to share, okay. All right, if it is happening at an event, you come for Halloween party, you come for the social, you come for the class, and you feel uncomfortable, you can approach the person in charge at the event, okay? So any of the representatives, okay, we will share that information with them, yeah, because they need to be in the know what is happening, okay? So it's not because we want to kepo, all right? That means we don't want to be a busybody. The reason we do that is also Maybe for you, you have a small, I don't want to make a big deal, but maybe the safe space rep, actually they've been receiving reports, several reports on the same person, on the same kind of behavior. Okay, then they know, okay, I need to take action, right? I need to take notice of that, right? All right, so then safe spaces, okay, they will go and do their research. All right, after you have done the incident report, they will want to know, okay, can any action be taken? Who do I need to talk to? I need to find out as much detail as I possibly can. Okay, and then after if there's no action to be taken, I can't do anything further, then I communicate it to the person who is making the report, right? If there's action to be taken, then they approach the necessary people. Okay, whether it's the accused, whether it's the authorities, okay, or the community as a whole. This person is blacklisted from our community. For example, that's quite extreme already. We hope we won't get there. Huh? Okay. Alright, so this is my last point, which I had mentioned earlier. Okay, but I want to ask you this question basically, that who is the one that makes our space safe? It's all of us. We are the ones, okay? Please don't put it only on Abby, only on Raymond, okay, or Rachel, Iylia, myself, to make the space safe, okay? All of us. I hope this has given some information about what you can do as a dancer and a member of our community to help keep everybody safe, okay? All right. Now, I don't know if there's any question. So far, looks like no. All right, we have come to the end of the talk. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I kept it within 40 minutes. Okay. Thank you guys so much. All right, do you have any questions? Okay, means no question. I have communicated perfectly. Completely. Okay, really? No question?
I think maybe you can, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Repeat about the disclosed part and also disclosure and reporting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Second is the anonymous part and why we choose the reps and not the organizer or the person in authority. If you can explain that. So the first one is disclosure and reporting.
Okay. Is it clear or not clear about the difference between disclosing and reporting? It's clear to you? I just want to let you know. I'm just informing you. It's kind of informal in a way, right? I just want to let you know that this person has contacted me several times and I've told them, please to stop doing that, right? Report is, I've had enough of this. I want this to show on the record that this person has offended me and harassed me and disturbed me. Enough. I want it to show so that maybe it's a first time offense, I don't know. But maybe it's third time offense already, then okay, then we have to take action. Okay? Can I be honest also? We haven't exactly decided what is the action going to be lah. Okay? I think it will really be case by case basis, depending on the severity of the incident as well. Okay?
If I may interrupt, we are not like at law enforcement, or we are not. Okay?
Yeah, we are not police.
As an organizer, we can go as far as not allow these persons to participate in our
events
anymore. This is as far as we can do as an organizer.
If
we recognize.
Yes, if we know who it is. So to give you some context also, like I said, in the greater Lindy scene, there were some celebrity teachers, instructors who misused their power. But there were still other organizers, okay, who knew about it and they still hire them. They still hire them. That means they expose them to other dancers even though they are known to be dangerous and harmful, okay, people. So that's part of it. And as Rachel said, we are not law enforcement. We can't arrest these people. There's only a limit to how much we can do, but if we know about it, sorry, you have to step down. Sorry, you can't attend. Sorry, we are not going to hire you. Right? You cannot be represented by our brand, so to speak. Yeah?
We will no longer welcome these persons in
Yeah.
our activity, in our events.
Yeah? And also, of course, we acknowledge that we are limited also by how much happens outside of our events. At the best, we can protect the social, the event that we organize, any parties, we try to keep it as safe as possible. Yeah. So if we know about anything sooner, we can be a support to you. We can look out for you. Yeah. But we do need you to inform us, or to even go directly and approach the person and confront them and say, this is not right. Maybe you are unaware that you are hurting people. Right?
I just want to add on that some of us might feel like, I don't want to disclose now, I just avoid this person. Okay? But if it's not made known to the organizer, we will not be able to recognize this. And we couldn't even make a case. And there will be no way for us to establish enough evidence to say that we will no longer welcome this person if you do not do your part on at least disclosing or informing us.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
We will respect your right to privacy. If you tell us, I don't want to get this person in trouble, that means, or I don't want other people to know that this has been going on with this person, I can't do anything. I can't even let the accused know that they are hurting you, or that I know that they are hurting you in some way or other. And worse still, I cannot protect other people in the community as well. Yeah? Do you guys get where we're coming from? You understand? You're clear, right? Okay, great. Will the response of the organizers differ if it's a disclosure versus report? At the moment, the answer is yes. Okay? But I think it also depends on the severity of the disclosure. So at the moment, our modus operandi, I think, is that if it's a disclosure, we wouldn't take action. Right? If it's a report, it's like official, right? Okay, you want action to be taken against this person. But if the incident is very severe, there's sexual assault or abuse or rape, I think we would probably want to take some action, but with your consent. Okay, so maybe one of our reps will come and talk to you, okay, about that, and see what is the reason you don't want to report. Yeah? Is that okay? Is this clear? Understand? Thank you for the question. Yeah? Admittedly, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm also figuring this out as we go along, and again, it's very case by case basis. Alright? But what we want to try and do is, we don't want to wait until we have it all figured out, then only we do something. We have this first. We do this talk first, and then, if we need to improve along the way, we need to change, that's okay. Yeah, but we don't want to hold on until we got it all right, not making any mistakes, then only we do something. Okay? So this is our attempt to do that. Okay? Okay, any other question? If not, we're going to run another poll, okay, to ask some questions. Alright? So it's a different Slido. Sorry. Yes. Great. Okay. Please share with me, what is your takeaway from this session? Okay. Alright, consent and right to communicate discomfort. Alright, great. Say no, confront. Alright. Yeah, don't leave uncomfortable actions unknown, especially to the person who is making you uncomfortable. That is the most important one. Alright? Next best is us. Alright. Yes. Okay. Great. I'm glad if it's clear to you. If it's not clear, go to our website and see. Alright? Yeah. Thank you all so much. Next question. Do you want part 2? Okay, I have no content for part 2 just yet. Alright? 0. And it may not be me, it may be somebody else. Okay, we can invite, we're more than happy to invite guests, okay, to speak on the topic. Alright, if they are experts. Okay, thank you for your support to Swing Dance Malaysia. Okay, lot of patience, Chen. Alright, great, awesome. Alright, next. If you want part 2, please share with us what topics you would like to hear about in relation to safe spaces. Or is it anything? No, it's safe spaces, right? Yeah. Anyway, we hear your responses first, okay? Like when you were listening to this, was there anything that came up that you were like, oh, you know, what about this? What about that? You know? You can share with us. Okay, unconscious bias. Alright, great. Setting boundaries. Okay, great. Okay, no idea. It's okay. Thank you for your honesty. It's great. Okay, it's all great. Non-sexual harassment. Okay, so harassment that is non-sexual. Okay, it doesn't have to relate to any sexual activity. Okay, whether it's verbal or physical. Dance floor etiquette. Okay, wonderful. Great. Verbal harassment. Some real examples. Real examples of harassment. What? The ones I gave don't sound real, is it? Actually, they are real. Okay? They are true story. I just summarize. Yeah? I just summarize. But sure, we can take that. Thank you. Cross-cultural differences. Okay, great. Okay? Ken? Alright. I don't see anybody else typing, I think. Okay, so I will move to the next part. Okay? Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So next week.
Are you sure? I thought there were some others. Do the drop down arrow. Sorry. No. Yeah, next to the lock. Yes. What is your question? Oh. Okay. All right. It appears that we are really at the end. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. If you still have any questions, all right, please come and talk to us. Okay. If you have any other suggestions for topics, please talk to Rachel. Okay. All right. But we will take note. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for your time and for listening. Yay! Okay. And now I will hand over the time to whoever it is to get this social going.